Let's go to Liverpool then, because it was yesterday that Florian Plettenberg, who isn't the tier 1 journalist, I'll be honest,
not.
he was actually the same guy that claimed that Florian Wirtz wanted the number 10 at Liverpool, and then Florian Wirtz came out and said, I'd say tier 3, actually. But he says,
it depends,
and a
where
lot
the
of
news is
people have
coming
picked
from.
it up
It's Germany,
around
it's better.
him, that yesterday he claimed that Isak has already agreed personal terms with LFC, which
Chef's kiss.
I don't believe, because Newcastle would want the official communications to come through then. They haven't really given Liverpool the green light yet to actually, or Isak the green light to speak to the party. Now, it is also reported that he's gone AWOL. We understand he's in Spain.
Yeah. Training with his old club.
Sociedad's training facility, working on some solo bits and bobs.
When you say AWOL, do you mean against the club's wishes?
Well, he's taking unauthorised leave.
So
and
he
he's not
fully
replying to
just pissed
messages.
off?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Which, you know, when this rumour came out, I mean, it's been around for maybe 6 months. But when I first saw this, I thought Isak is not the type of player to almost go AWOL and not reply to messages, to almost disrespect the club like that. And the change of events, really, from Newcastle fans saying he's not for sale, he's definitely staying, to now it is, well, Newcastle saying, give us an offer.
I don't know if this is the tweet you're
That was
talking
the
about.
tweet.
Is this
That
tweet you're
was the
talking about?
Yeah, the one from yesterday. So
No, this was 13 minutes ago.
13 minutes
so
ago.
talks between Newcastle and Liverpool over
Breaking
Isak.
news.
I mean, it's not
Breaking.
breaking,
Yeah, thank you, bro.
news. It's just the same
Who
stuff
said
that
that,
he said
Mauricio?
yesterday.
Yeah, we're all
play.
finding different ways to say the same thing, really. Isak wants to come to Liverpool. Newcastle
At what
needs to get a
point did
striker.
Newcastle go, okay, come on then, Liverpool, make the bid? At what point does
When
that
they get a
happen?
replacement.
Yeah, it's as
Because
simple
there's
as
no
that.
point
mate.
selling Isak if they don't have a replacement. They
you
already,
But then
need to
they
also-
already
sell
need a
that
striker
before.
because of Callum Wilson.
But do you want a striker in your club that is literally not even training, breaking rules right now,
No,
and doesn't want
you
to be
don't.
around
But
anybody?
Isak doesn't have all the power in the world here because he's still got
3 years.
3 years left on his deal. So if this deal doesn't go through, he's not going to be able to just sit in the reserves in a World Cup year and just, I don't even know where Sweden are at in that. Are they looking all right? But he needs to be playing football. Otherwise, who's going to come in for you next summer if you're not, if you've spent the whole year in the reserves or whatever.
And that'll just be a lack of...
And we bought
Yeah.
their ideal replacement for Isak already.
Yeah.
And we want their other one.
Maybe we just go, do you want Hugo TK? And I'm only messing.
But-
It's going to come down to they need a striker, and I'd love them to just accept the Nunes deal, right? They've seen him score plenty of goals
No.
past them. Why don't you just take him? Yeah,
No.
They
You know what
also
I mean?
desperately need to keep their position of not going, go on.
Nunes
Just
would be a
bid for him,
terrible
because they
signing.
need.
But who's
they
got
need
the
to-
power here then?
Newcastle.
Ultimately, it's still Newcastle because they have the contract.
But is Isak not taking away their power by just not turning up?
I think
and
he's
being
trying
AWOL?
to.
I don't think
Yeah.
Newcastle are too bothered. They know they need a replacement. They're fine to be looking for a replacement. Sesko, they got people on their list, and if they get the replacement, they'll let him go. And if they don't, they won't.
Yeah.
Newcastle's
And
power,
that's
is
the idea.
it's taken a hit, but Liverpool can't just sit there and then put in a low ball bid of 75 million in the last 3 days of the
course
window
not,
because
of
Newcastle
course.
will just go no.
Yeah,
And the thing is,
Newcastle
Liverpool,
can say no. That's why they still have
when
the
are
power.
Liverpool going to move on to their centre back targets? Because Liverpool need to get centre backs in
It's
before
got,
the
I
season
think
starts.
this gets done before the centre backs.
In my mind,
Financially, you'd think so because you kind of need to offset how much you need to pay for Isak first,
Yeah.
and then see how much
I
money.
think we've already done that by selling Diaz.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. It's a lot of drama, isn't it?
How do you guys feel about the Diaz sale?
I'm mixed on it, man, because yes, it helps us push again for Isak, who is obviously unsettled. It's a good fee, 75 million euros. That was the fee that we held out for. It was rumoured that Liverpool weren't open to giving him a new kind of bumper contract, and I think in the end, even though I did think it was premature, because I at the end of last season I was so excited to see how Luis Diaz played for Liverpool again this season to try and retain the title, but I think in the end, when it comes down to it, he's happy, Bayern are happy, and we're quite happy actually with the fee. So it's a good move for all parties, I'd say.
Well,
but I can say that, but still be upset that he's left because I loved him so much. And the
just
song as
great
well
player
is
for
like
Liverpool.
one of the best songs ever.
I would have loved to just maximise the performance value, but it's all down to now who we get in with the money that we've just made from him. If we don't get another winger or somebody to come into that front line, then I'm going to be a little bit disappointed that we've let him go, because he's a fantastic footballer, and especially if we don't get a centre back or something. Now it's all dependent on who's incoming then I'll be able
Yeah.
to decide if I'm happy if Diaz is left, because right now I'm not. He's a fantastic player. He's one of the best wingers in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He genuinely is. But
Top 5 wingers in the world.
I totally understand why he's left though. Gilly is right. He's 28 right now. He's turning 29 halfway through the season. He's 30 next year. We can't really give him a massive contract. We can't. We've just give Mo Salah one. We've just give Virgil one, and it goes against the philosophy of Liverpool. Like, we don't give 30-year-olds contracts. So it's one of them.
Elite.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Unless
them
you're
two
Mo
are
Salah
like.
Salah or Mohamed.
It's one of them, lads.
Mo Salah or Virgil van Dijk or Alisson.
The only good thing to actually come out of it is that Virgil wear the number 7 shirt. That's about it for me, lads, to be quite
You will
honest
take
with you.
the number
Unless
7,
we
won't
get Isak and we get a defender in, I don't like it, to be honest
Yeah.
with
What date, and I'm talking numbers, it is currently the 31st of July. What date does Isak move to Liverpool?
you. Has to be before the start of the first game, lad. It has to be. So 14th.
Bear in mind the second game is Newcastle away.
It has to be before the
Liverpool.
10th.
That'll
Before
be
the
a
10th
hell
of
of a
August.
debut.
Before the 10th of August.
Okay, and we're at Wembley next Sunday for the Community Shield.
Yeah.
So it's got to be in the next 7 days.
Yeah.
Do you
gotta
reckon it
he's
moves
got to
that?
get.
Do you reckon it moves that fast?
I don't know. They need to get a striker. It's all dependent on Newcastle getting a striker, mate. So just let them have Sesko.
The only reason I believe
like, they
that
need to.
it could move
Yeah,
quite
they do. No,
quickly
we said,
is
and-
the speed
Yeah.
that he's almost gone from committed player. You know, he turned up to training and lasted 5 minutes and just walked out the other day. So I think the way he's moving at the minute, going to Sociedad, but going AWOL, not replying to messages, I think if I was Newcastle right now, I'd be like, you've got your way. Go and get us 150 million. I do not want to see you get out right now, kind of thing.
But that's the point. Are Liverpool going to pay £150 million? I don't think Liverpool will pay that.
I think
that's
120,
madness.
130.
So do
You
I,
can do
yeah.
it for like 115 plus 10 in add-ons
Yeah,
or
but you'd
something.
have to
150's
accept that.
mad.
You'd have to accept that if you're Newcastle.
Would you accept? Like, I
To-
agree.
to
120 is
get you
enough.
another striker. That could
I
get
think
you
they're
two
just going to
players
sit
straight
there
away.
and go, as long as we get total package,
British transfer
record. Actually, no, because total package it's still
Initially,
Coutinho, isn't it? Because
I said I was about to say this, right?
No,
So
but
that's an exit,
but they
though.
never got the add-on.
The best thing that
That's an
happened to
exit.
Liverpool,
income
Jordan.
in British transfer record, they're going to want minimum 120 up front.
The best thing that happened to Liverpool, right, that Jordan Jurgen Klopp's tenure at the club was selling Coutinho, because it gifted us the money to go and buy Alisson and Virgil, who are two of our greatest ever footballers. So if Newcastle are actually looking at this and they know how to spend the money, and they have spent it well in the past few seasons, then this could be a big break for you guys to go and buy
Yeah, but they've
somebody.
been getting rejected by everybody.
No.
And there's barely any strikers left on the market. Because you've taken one of them, and we've taken one of them.
And
of them.
Arsenal,
You've taken
one of
two of
them.
them.
We might take one of them. Arsenal got Gyökeres.
Yeah, so
Gyökeres, however you say it.
this whole Isak money coming in is not as appetizing as it would have been like 90 days ago.
Yeah.
They're running out of options. It's
But
Jackson.
90 days ago,
Jackson,
he wasn't for
Nunes.
sale.
Jackson,
But now he's
Nunes,
for
you've just
sale.
mentioned. Sesko's going United.
We're also open to selling Hoyland still.
Great, wonderful.
Dumping
Look at these.
ground
Look at
here.
these options.
What is going on? So
Look at
listen,
these
guys,
options.
in the chat, when does Alexander Isak leave Newcastle? Will he become a Liverpool player before the start of the new season? And Liverpool still clearly need some more players coming in. We're talking about centre backs and maybe a replacement
Massively.
as well. If Sesko moves to
know.
Newcastle, there is now a domino effect on, or maybe a delayment of Isak coming to Liverpool.
Sesko goes to United.
Yeah, no, if he goes to
No,
United,
but if he
then,
goes to Newcastle,
then it's
United,
going to happen, really.
then
Yeah, the
it will
deal's
happen
on.
quicker.
Yeah.
But if Sesko goes to Manchester United,
It causes problems.
Newcastle
Which
still
is
then
exactly
don't
why I
have their
agree with
striker to
Dylan.
replace Isak.
Yeah, and then on my own bias, that's why I agree with Dylan. They need a midfielder. Go and look for him instead and let Newcastle have him, please, lad.
Wissa's not even training with Brentford now. He went to the training ground and left, didn't train or anything. So like he is really pushing to leave.
He'll be a
He is
replacement,
pushing.
though, for Callum Wilson more than... he's going to start, obviously, but if Isak leaves, but they need a replacement for somebody, for Isak. They need one.
I thought
So
they were
even
getting
if...
Isak and Ekitike to play at front together in a 4-4-2. What happened to
It's
that
going to happen
plan,
for us,
or
that
is it-
instead.
I heard they're interested in Jackson. He's on the list.
Yeah, just
And
somebody
Nunes
needs to
as
go.
well.
Can someone just sell them a striker for
Nunes?
us?
Nunes are not
They're
interested.
never taking Nunes. Honestly,
they're
we've got...
They're
interested.
not taking.
They're
No, they're
interested.
not. No, they're
They
not.
are.
Where did you read that?
Yeah, I've
Telling
not
you,
read that
already
either.
yesterday.
Where? Source.
From who?
I can't remember the source.
Yeah.
Did you
exactly.
write it as well?
Source. Gilly.
How can you go
Did
from
you type
Isak,
it, read it,
how
and go,
can-
"Oh, I read
How
that"?
can you go from Isak, Ikatike, João Pedro, and then it's like we'll get Nunes?
Do you know what, though? It's
Okay, so Newcastle are seriously considering the acquisition of Darwin Nunes after missing out on Hugo Ekitike. Nunes reportedly for sale this summer, £60 million.
Exactly. It says who?
Transfer
Hines.
feed.
Who's that?
Hines.
That's an
Have you never heard of
aggregator
them?
account.
That's on you.
That's just like some guy.
442. Have you heard of them?
That's
Well,
where the
4-4-2.
report's coming
Football
from.
magazine.
That would be
Yeah.
the ideal situation.
They're the
for
guys that
Liverpool.
do the cartoons, isn't it?
No, I know who you mean, but no. Also Fabrizio Romano. So if you don't like
Would
that,
be an
then-
ideal
I
situation,
don't
similar to what
remember
Dylan was
Fabrizio
saying.
tweeting that.
Okay, well you don't need to remember because it's right there in front of your eyeballs.
Similar to what Dylan was saying about Man United, right? Liverpool we want to get Isak in, of course, but most importantly, we need centre backs. It's so important that we get them. So we can
Especially if
agree a
Konate
deal.
goes.
I mean, he's looking like he might sign a new deal. I've seen
Oh,
him.
really?
Yeah, hopefully
He's
he is.
closer
He
to
looks like
signing now
he's
than
closer now. Which is brilliant because we need him. He's
Yeah.
the future of our back line. But we need at least 2 defenders, and I don't know how much that is going to
Why? Because
cost.
of Gomez injuries.
He's already injured, mate. He's already done.
He got
He's
sent out.
injured already off pre-season. So we've only got 2 centre-backs as it stands right now. And we've got one that's 34 and Ibu, who's definitely going to get injured this season as well. Because as much as I love him, he is also an injury-prone
Your centre
defender.
backs are going to be playing on an island next season.
Yeah,
the
we
two
need.
of them.
It's crazy how much we need that centre-back depth. So in my mind, as much as I want Isak, of course I want Isak. He's one of the best in the world.
Because we're still able to spend 300 million
Yeah.
if we want.
Which is crazy. So what I would love is if we
'Cause
do get
earn
Isak,
loads of cash.
the perfect thing in my mind is somebody goes, right, so we get Isak, we ship off Nunes to Newcastle as well. We get a little bit of a discount on that now because we've given them a player. Then we go in for somebody like Mark Gay, and I know Palace are the worst people to buy from because
Yeah.
they do not let nobody go unless they get the money's worth.
And
for
also,
them.
they could be losing Eze, so
Yeah.
they're not going to ideally want to lose
Two-star
both
players.
of them. Yeah.
And then obviously I would love Gay in the team. He's a perfect replacement for somebody like Virgil van Dijk, a ball playing defender that's
Yeah.
intelligent, he's young, all of that
He's
type of stuff.
great
But I would
centre-back.
love also a young understudy. We can't just have 3 centre backs or 2 centre backs. You have to have about
And
4, I
obviously
think.
we sold Quanta as well for 35 mil.
Which
so-
is-
Damn,
I mean,
Hato really would have been perfect.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
very,
lad.
very
That's why
good.
when you said I'd done that with the desk lad because
Yeah.
genuinely,
Hato wants to play left back, doesn't he?
yeah, and we've
I
got 3
thought-
already.
Yeah, so I feel like at Hato, you'd have had to convince him to play centre back, whereas Chelsea were going, "We'll play you in the
Do
position
you know what
want
though?
to play."
It's like you play where you're told to play.
Yeah.
I know you want to play left back, but
Yeah, but,
sorry,
but in the
you're-
transfer,
doesn't
but
work.
in the transfer
We tried that
market,
with
it's
Renato
his
Vega, and he
choice.
kicked up a fuss and went to
Yeah,
Juventus.
what,
for a loan.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
he is off. He goes. He is going.
Yeah.
yeah.
He has gone.